Bombardamenti e città sotto assedio. L'offensiva militare russa prosegue senza sosta. A Mariupol chi è rimasto vive nascosto, circondato da interi quartieri distrutti senza luce, poca acqua e riscaldamento. Oltre 40 le vittime tra i civili, tra cui bambini.
Ciao a tutti amici nerazzurri, eccoci qua. Oggi andremo a intervistare l'Inter Club Ucraina insieme al Kuma nerazzurro. È un'intervista abbastanza speciale perché stanno vivendo un momento molto difficile, molto drammatico, e il nostro amico Bogdan ha descritto perfettamente all'interno dell'intervista la situazione, ma non solo, abbiamo anche parlato di Inter, però io non voglio perdere altro tempo e non voglio dirvi nient'altro. Godetevi tutta l'intervista che sarà in inglese con i sottotitoli in italiano. Buona visione.
Hi, welcome Bogdan. For us, it's a great pleasure and also is a great honor to have an interview with you and with your Inter Club. In this terrible moment, we want to express our solidarity and our closeness to the Ukrainian people who are really suffering the atrocity of war. First of all, where are you, how are you, and what is going on in this moment?
We are staying in the west of Ukraine, in Lviv. So as of now, it's quite quiet here, like no bombing. But the rest of the country, the east, the north, the south, it's like continuous bombing. I live in Kiev, in the capital of Ukraine, and there is like bombing all around. And my birth city, Chernihiv, is also like half of the city is destroyed. So it's terrible situation. So more and more people are going west, going to Poland, going to some other countries. Like we never knew it could happen to our country. We always thought that this war is far away. It's somewhere like, I don't know, in Afghanistan or somewhere. We never knew that it would happen. But now it's the reality. It's like a darkest nightmare.
Hi Bogdan, do you think football can bring people together in this dramatic moment?
Yeah, I'm sure. Football is the main sport in the world, and lots of people unite the football. So, and also the football could like speak to the world. So with all the football fans who support peace, and that's what we posted in our Instagram post, that make football, not war. And what other countries, what other supporters of football can do, they should spread this terrible news and like make governments help, make governments react, and help Ukraine and help to stop the world. So we can't do much, but we can do something, and each of the voice that speak loud and each of the dollar or euro that donated, it matters. Yeah, so when people say that I will stay calm, I will stay silent, it will not affect anything, just my voice, it will affect. And the more you do the noise, the more you spread in social media. If you have some connections with governments and everything, you should speak to it. You should show these terrible photos of dead kids that were killed after the bombs. Show these terrible videos. It will make the effect. It will push the government to help. It will push the government to do something. So only people who united, only people who like speak and loud, they could change something. Because when government see silent around and people who just stay at home and do nothing, it will continue and the war will not stop soon.
From which organization are you receiving more solidarity? Who is helping Ukrainian people now in this moment?
All over the world, there are different volunteering organizations like United Nations countries, EU countries, from United States. Most of all, like our neighbors are trying to help, like Poland, because we are neighboring. So they help now with donations, with humanitarian help, with military help, with everything they can do. But all, I don't know, maybe 99% of countries, they help.
So Italian volunteers?
Yeah, there are Italians, also lots of Ukrainians are in Italy, so Italy is hosting the refugees. So all countries, they do something. Of course, I'm sure they can do more. And then especially countries with weapons, they could send it here. Then, of course, some volunteer soldiers are being sent to Ukraine from other countries. So yeah, I mean, we should do it as much as we can now, so we can stop it soon. Because every day, like civilians die, and they shoot the evacuation buses. They don't have any like any kindness in their actions. No kindness at all. So we should stop it as fast as we can. And
when you become an Inter fan?
As for me, I became like 2009. So a season before Inter won the treble. So we started together in a small pub in Kyiv. Social media just started, and so we tried to organize some supporters, some fans of Inter. So we're watching this Inter games, and then when we won the treble, more and more supporters joined us, and then in 2019 we officially registered as a fan club.
The last big match that we played was the derby against AC Milan. What do you think about the Shevchenko's message against the war?
Yeah, he is a symbol of Ukraine, and he really speaks a lot in Italy. So Italians know them. So he's somehow a bridge between like Ukraine and Italy in terms of like football, in terms of message to Italians. So even though he's like a AC Milan player, but most of Inter fans respect them here in Ukraine, because he did a lot for Ukrainian football. He did a lot for international football, and he is a nice guy with good thoughts and with good ideas, with good words. So at the derby time, we're always enemies, but it's just on the field, just in the game, the football game with AC Milan. We all support them, and I think his speech was good in Italy. I remember he also gave the interview for Italian newspaper or some TV show, and he almost cried, describing all the situation what's happening here. So yeah, I mean, Ukrainians do support them, and Inter fans as well.
Have you ever been to Kiev? If so, how was it going?
We just left Kyiv when it was starting. The first day it was starting, we had the bus here, so I only read all the news.
And also
we just left when it just started. Yeah, it was super game, and then we went to the fans sector with Italians, so we got the tickets. We supported Inter with the Italians. And yeah, in the end of the game, it was like when we won, it was super emotions, and we were hugging and supporting with the Italians. It was magic moments. I will remember it for all my life. Yeah.
In your opinion, the sports world is doing enough to thwart Putin's aggression against Ukraine?
I think not enough, especially. We wish our Inter also support more and like do more, at least post some posts about peace or against this war. But we, of course, understand the commercial part of the each club, and we know that some owners of the clubs they have connections, and they could have problems if they speak loud. But I think at this moment, all commercial part should just be on the second plan. First of all, you should stop the war. You should stop the killing. So I wish all the clubs speak more, and then it doesn't matter how much money you lose, but you should save the lives of people. So yeah.
Who is your favorite Inter player, and what can we win this year?
Like overall, my favorite Inter player is Javier Zanetti, but now I like lots of players. I like Milan Skriniar. I love Nicola Barella. They're like true. I mean, I see in Skriniar, I see in Barella, this what I saw in Javier Zanetti. These are the true players who want to stay at Inter, who fight like a lion, and they don't see only Inter like some part of their career. They say that they wish to stay as long as, and they really, it's a hard team for them. Yeah, I think at least we should win Italian Cup and Scudetto again. We need the second star above our logo. So I wish, and yeah, we played better in Champions League this time. We proceed to the knockout stage, and with Liverpool, especially first game, it was really competitive. And during the past years, I wasn't like hiding my eyes when Inter played. I mean, they played really decent. They fought. The game was really tough. So now we don't have this Champions League like on our we will be more fresh. We should focus on Scudetto. We should focus on Italian Cup, and then I really believe Inter can do it.
Did you ever expect to go to war against Russia in the recent years or in the last months?
I never expected like that it will be a war like that. But now, you know, the first days it was a shock, and you don't know what to do, how to react, how to save your family, how to where to bring, where to stay. But then after some days, you already like get strong, and you started to think rationally. You started to think how to help, what you can do. And now, even though those people, those guys who were like wanted to leave, wanted like to stay safe, now they already want to go to the field and fight.
There are some Russian community in Ukraine.
Yeah, there are lots of Russian community in Ukraine, but among my friends, not too many Russians, but I have some part of my family. I live in Russia. My father now is living in Russia. So Ukrainians and Russians are really like have this tie.
In your opinion, the Russians don't want this war. It's a war that wants just the government.
Well, it's half of that is true, but this 71% of Russians support this war. So on their TV, the propaganda works like really good. Everything that against this war, they cut. They cut YouTube, they cut social media, they cut TV channels are only pro-Putin. They only speak what Putin wants. So of course, not everyone there can go to social media, find the truth on everything. The majority of the people there, they watch the TV, and the TV says we are doing well, we are on the right side, and that's why people there are support this war, and this is true. And secondly, people there are afraid. Those who against it, they're afraid go to the street and protest. They're afraid to speak loud what they think because they will be jailed. Yeah, they can be jailed for 1-2 days, or okay, they will stay in jail 1 week. But what is it to stay in a jail 1 week? And now comparing to what's happening here, our kids being bombed, and only the people inside Ukraine can stop this. If they all went out of the streets, if they all will speak loud, they will stop it. I mean, the police can't do anything if there will be millions on the street. Ukraine also proved it when we had this protest on the street. Yeah, when small protest, police can like handle it, can stop it. But when millions will go outside, they could change it, and that's why we really push Russian people to go outside. But as of now, they're like, it's really hard to get this point to them. I mean, they just watch their TV, watch their propaganda, and they can't believe that it's real happening. whatever we send them, whatever photos, whatever videos we send them, they all say it's fake. It's made by Ukrainians, fake, to blame Russia. It's fake of the United States, and that's it. They can't believe what is true. It's really sad, and I mean, I don't know how to push them to go and protest and stop that.
What do you expect from the future of Ukraine? Would you be willing to leave the country?
I mean, now our country united as never before, and everyone wants to fight. Everyone wants to stop this, from young guys to elder women to elder grandpas and grandmas. They all want to fight. They all want to stop this. So as of now, we want to win. We want to stop this, and we feel the support of other countries. They support us financially. They support us with materials and everything. So we all want like to stop this and to rebuild and to build our country like again. And so most of the people will stay here as long as we need to win. So the future, yeah, our economic situation is getting like worse and worse because of that. But we have the support, and we all will stay till as it's needed to get the result that we want. We don't want to give them any of our territory. We don't want to give them any of our people. So it's our freedom, and we have nothing behind. So we will fight till the end. Yeah, unfortunately, their army and their people are much more like bigger than ours. But we can't leave. We can't leave. We have nothing to give them.
And what do you think of your president Zelensky and about his message? Is a good message for you?
Well, most of his message now, I support them. I mean, he stands in Kiev. He stands with the army. He didn't leave the city. He stays in Kiev, even though it's like bombing, and he really like staying brave and strong, and he motivates our army. He motivates our people. Even though before that he did lots of mistakes as a politic, so his team, his politician team and politician party is not as good as we want to be. Also, corruption is still we have it. But as of now, this war, this situation showed him as a guy who really loves this country, who really fights for this country. So now he became hero for Ukraine, even though he's just a comedian. And from comedian, he became a hero of Ukraine. So I mean, 95% minimum of Ukrainians support them.
Who do you think can bring peace to Ukraine?
We really believe that NATO and the European countries and states should give us the weapons, should close the skies. NATO weapons, NATO troops should at least protect our skies from bombing from Russian airplanes. They did it also in Syria, so it was already in the history. But they're afraid that Putin can go far and he could use the nuclear weapons, and then the European people could be under as a target also. But every day, every second, Ukrainians die, and we really need help in weapons. We really need help with airplanes and troops and everything. So yeah, as of now, we're staying strong. We somehow handle this Russian army, like barbarian. Sure, you also know that European and West governments, democratic governments, they are really like slow. We really need their help, and we're pretty sure if we will not stop him here on the territory, he will proceed to other countries. So we should stop him here, and we should stop him now. And we need to close the sky. We need their weapons. We need everything they can do,
Yes.
and now, not to wait till because Putin doesn't have this stoppage. He just moves ahead and brings everything he has to kill our nation, and he will not stop only on Ukraine. He will go farther.
Bogdan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
For us, it was a
Bogdan.
great honor to have an interview with you and with your Inter Club. We wish you the best to you, to your family, and to your country. Our hope is that Ukraine will be free again. This is our hope. We hope that war will finish.
Thank you.
Sorry for my Ukraine, but I want to say this phrase. Hi, Shavain Vilna Ukraina. It's true.
Super. Yeah.
Our English is not wonderful, but we tried. This is so important.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate that you invited me, and we wish soon there will be peaceful time, and we can come to Italy and support our Inter Club.
Yes,
our
we
Inter.
Also bye Bogdan.
Yeah.
Thank you
Forza
very
Inter.
much.
Thank you, Forza Inter.
Sempre.
Rieccomi qua. Ringraziamo ancora una volta il nostro amico Bogdan e i nostri amici dell'Inter Club Ucraina. Insieme a loro speriamo che questa guerra possa finire, perché nel 2022 non è normale che ancora ci siano persone che vivono queste situazioni. Io come sempre vi ricordo che in descrizione trovate l'articolo testuale di questa intervista su nerazzurrisiamonoi.it, e se questo video vi è piaciuto mettete like, commentate, condividete, iscrivetevi al nostro canale YouTube, attivate la campanella per seguire tutti i nostri video e tutte le nostre live, passate da tutti i nostri social che trovate in descrizione. Noi ci vediamo a un prossimo video, a una prossima live. Forza Inter!